You're growing, growing. You're growing, growing. You're growing, growing, growing up this summer.
Hello, campers. Welcome back to Camp Sparkler. My name is Todd, and I host Sparkler's The Little Kids Big Hearts podcast. In our podcast, kids lead the discussion and go on adventures using their imaginations. And this summer, I'm the head camp counselor at Camp Sparkler, and I'm just so excited that you're here to learn and to grow with us all summer long. Now, this week at camp, we're thinking about calming down, a topic we explored during season 2 of the podcast. In fact, I kept my plant here from last week because plants actually help my body and my mind to feel calm. I got the chance to talk with 3 kids, Charlie, Katrina, and Sienna, who shared some of their tips and tricks that they use to calm down when they're having big feelings. Here's what they had to say.
Before we take our journey, I'd like to know a little bit more about you. And since we're going to Camp Quinder-Calm, I think it might be important for us to discuss some moments when we needed to calm down or cool down. I think that happens to everybody. And it usually happens to me when I'm feeling upset about something. Does that ever happen to you?
Yes.
Can someone remember a time when they felt super upset? Can you tell us about it? Like what happened? Okay, Sienna.
One time when I was at school, people kept on bullying me. I got really mad, so then I went to somewhere where nobody was, and I went to go meditate.
I love that you shared that, Sienna. You know, sometimes we can't be in control of what other people are doing, but we can be in control of what we do. And it sounds like you made a really good choice to leave the situation and find a place where you could be by yourself and think about things. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, thank you. Who'd like to go next?
Once at camp, people keep bullying me, so I just went back to the classroom when I was outside.
Oh, yeah, that sounds similar to Sienna. What about you, Katrina? Can you think of a time when you were super upset about something?
Yeah. So one time I had a puppet, and me and my brother went racing. He got the hard side, and I got the easier one. And then when I lost, he called me a nervous spell dance. I don't know what that means. So I went up and told my parents, my brother called me a loser. And then my brother said, no, it's Nova Spell Dance. And then my parents said, oh, that means something else, but not loser. So I was still sad that he called me that, because it actually means that you lose, I won.
Oh, I see what you mean. So they're saying it's not calling you a loser, but it means you lost.
Yes.
I see. Yeah, well, it sounds like Sienna found a place to be by herself and meditate. And Charlie, you went back into the classroom. And Katrina, you went to a grown-up for help. Are there any other things that you do to move through some of these big feelings that you have? Are there other strategies that you know about that? Okay,
yes.
What? Oh, great. What?
Yes. So I just cry myself to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And the next morning, I'm just so happy that I talk so loud.
I've cried myself to sleep before, too. Yeah, sometimes after a good cry, my body feels better. What are some other things that you do, Charlie?
I just yell at a pillow when I'm upset.
We might do that today. Yeah, I've done that before, too. Sienna, is there anything that you do besides meditate?
Sometimes what I do, if I don't have nobody around, or if I'm really upset, what I go do is sometimes I tell teachers, and sometimes I say, hey, what did you do that? That made me feel really sad.
Yeah, you're expressing yourself with how you feel. Wow.
Yes.
That takes a lot of bravery and courage to do that, Sienna. So thank you for saying that. Let me ask you this. Has anyone ever tried taking deep breaths to calm down?
Yes.
We all have?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you that sometimes for me, taking deep breaths when I'm feeling angry or sad can be hard for me. And so I practice. Sometimes it feels it's like the last thing my body wants to do, but the more I practice, the better I get at it. And I'm wondering if maybe we could all practice it together. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Okay, so why not on the count of 3, let's all take a deep breath in through our noses and out through our mouths together. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Do you want to take a slow, deep breath together right now? Let's do it. Let's just try it. Let's all breathe in and out. That felt really good. Now, later in the podcast, the kids and I took a journey to, you guessed it, the land of Qook-a-lackas to visit my friend Quinlan, who invited us to become the first ever humans to attend Camp Quinder-Calm. Now, Quinlan took us on an imagination adventure that was so relaxing, and you can take your own imagination vacation with Quinlan this week at camp. Now, I want to share something with you. Self-regulation is an area of skill development that was difficult for me when I was growing up. As someone who was diagnosed with ADHD, I sometimes found it challenging to just take a moment, breathe like we just did together, and manage my emotions and actions. I still find it challenging. That's why I continue to practice different ways to calm my body and my mind, like gardening. And while breathing exercises are very important and helpful strategies for children, there are many different strategies for children and for all of us that can help us to regulate our emotions. And you'll find some of those new ideas in this week's play activities. When we give children ways to become calm during stressful situations, they will develop strong habits that they can take with them into the future. I hope you have fun with this week's play activities, and I hope that you'll join us again next week as we keep growing big-hearted kids. Thanks, everyone.